What it do, what it do, what it do.
World.
Light up, light up, light up. That's if you smoke. But if you don't, you still cool, whatever. But if you do smoke, you just way cool.
Man. But we got another video for y'all. Y'all been keeping up. We got the we just did the y'all been keeping up, what was it, the car chase?
We did the car chase, we did
some spooky cameras,
we did the week selfie video.
Yeah.
So we on a roll, like we feeling good. We just probably want to just keep uploading a lot of videos right now. Keep y'all in tune, keep y'all,
entertained.
There we go.
If y'all fuck with the channel, we appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the videos if you like it. Don't forget any of that 1, 2, 3 step. Don't forget that. Comment if you feel like it, but definitely don't forget to like if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, let us know if you didn't like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you fuck with it.
Follow our IG account, Twiinz420, in the description below, as well as all the other videos. But yeah, again, like we said, we here for another video. So what we like to do, we just enjoy ourselves doing, just pick a video and just watch it. And y'all watch it with us, see what y'all think. Give us y'all opinion. We're gonna give y'all our opinion, our little analytics throughout the video and all that good stuff. So nothing further, but let's go to the video. This is 15 stupid zoo guests. People at the zoo acting dumb, basically.
Nah, I like the
dumb
zoo.
stuff.
Nah, I like the zoo. I really do. I fuck with the zoo. But I ain't never seen no crazy things happen at the zoo. Not even like with animals and stuff. Like I know like the chimps area is like the most entertaining area because it's like the closest thing to humans. So you can see like yeah. I mean, not in the movement. Not the movements. Like you can just see like some of the things that they do that we do is just funny. Like it's relatable. So that's what I meant to say. Like some of the things they do is relatable because they're the closest form to us. So. Definitely done been over there, but it ain't even been no crazy stuff at the zoo. So I'm hoping to see some
crazy stuff at the zoo.
Right, like I ain't never seen it, so hopefully we get to see. So let's see what we got.
Number 15, entering a lion enclosure. What's the craziest thing you've ever done after drinking too much? Most of us have a few stories that we're not entirely proud of, but some people completely lose control of their actions. When they happen to be at a zoo at the time, things can soon become incredibly dangerous.
I'm not even gonna have enough energy to go to those
guests at the Nehru Zoo Park in Hyderabad, India, were terrified to see a man deciding to cool off in the water, which was 12 feet below the viewing platform of the lion enclosure. Onlookers frantically.
Niggas in the water.
You jump down to get into this water knowing you ain't finna get back up.
You are 12 feet high in water. You can't even jump that high trying to jump out the water.
Which was 12 feet below the viewing platform
you
of the
probably
lion
get like
enclosure.
3 feet, man.
Onlookers frantically screamed at him to stay still until park rangers could bring him to safety. The men ignored their pleas and continued to wade through the water towards the waiting lions, singing to him.
Female lion ready, but the male lion just sizing it up. But the female lion looked ready.
The waiting lions. Singing to himself, he tried to shake hands with the lions. Luckily for him, they were completely uninterested. Eventually, zoo workers were able to lower a pole and haul him out.
Told his whole face off.
Police were charged him with various offenses under the Wildlife Protection Act. It just so happens that the time he jumped in was the lions' feeding time. So when the keepers called out to them, they knew they were about to be fed.
You about to be lunch, dinner, wherever that feeding time was. You about to be it.
Jail time would have been
You
the
about
least
to
of
be
his
a meal.
concerns. He was also lucky that they were so well trained, because if he had done this in virtually any other zoo, even the thought of a big juicy steak wouldn't be enough to deter their natural instinct to hunt.
Man,
Number 14,
are you serious?
retrieving a hat.
A hat.
When you're on a day out in
A
hot
hat?
weather, you need to make sure
A hat?
you're fully protecting yourself from the sun.
A hat.
A hat.
We about to go retrieve a hat.
A hat.
That hat is gone. If that was my hat, that hat is gone.
Or wearing a hat, but the risks of being sunburned
Come
are
on,
far
man.
less than what might happen.
I get another
Hunted
one.
by a ferocious wild animal. In 2016, a visitor to the Toronto Zoo was faced with a dilemma when her hat was caught by a gust of wind and blew beyond a safety fence. Instead of forgetting about it and buying a new one from the zoo's gift shop, she decided to jump over the fence to retrieve it.
Forget about it. Look at all these people looking at her. Like, is she an idiot? How dumb can you be?
Tiger enclosure.
But The homie just said that the hat possibly came from the zoo. She could have just bought another hat.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, man?
A second fence that separated her from
You
the
hurting
cat,
yourself at
it
this
was
point.
still too close for comfort. Sensing a potential meal, one of the tigers.
You lucky that there was a second gate. Because if there wasn't, you would have been,
On this occasion, she was able to get her head
been a
and jump
whole
back over
hot
the
meal.
fence, with onlookers shouting at her, calling her a moron. But it could have ended very
Idiot.
differently. Zoo officials were unaware of what happened until videos were shared online later that day, and immediately launched an investigation
Yeah,
to
you
find
better get
eyewitnesses
going. You and
so
your
they could
baby.
ban the woman from visiting again, and potentially launch legal action.
So you sat your baby down to go retrieve your hat, your baby could have got taken. Because there
Or like you
is,
said,
there
that
is
second-
baby takers out there that just
Or
pick
like
up
you
a
said,
baby
that
and take it.
second gate was right. That second gate was right there. It'd have been a wrap. To where like now this baby is stuck at the zoo. This baby don't watch his mama get eaten alive by a whole ass tiger. Now it's stuck at the zoo. Good parenting.
Good parenting.
Her for recklessness.
You a
Number
fool.
13, skinny dipping.
Skinny.
Aquariums are a great place to see the wonders of marine life from around the world in a
beautiful.
safe and controlled
It's
environment.
beautiful.
There are some people who feel like several inches of reinforced perspex doesn't allow them to get as close to the animals as they would like. In 2018, a man from British Columbia was visiting the Ripley's Aquarium in Toronto. He decided
Y'all
to
be
swim
going acting
naked
a fool
and
in
take a
Toronto.
plunge in front of the
For real.
tank.
The second one.
Problem
It's
was,
back
this
to
was a
back.
tank full
They
of
must have got a
harmless
zoo
fish.
and aquarium in the same facility, like built in one whole park area.
Frightened guests saw him splashing about while these giant beasts swam around beneath him. And security guards.
Out of all waters, you would go swimming in some shark water. You couldn't go swim in some water with some fish.
This was a
Like, I know there's a shark at the top, but
tank full of
not no
harmless
shark
fish.
water.
It was the venue's main attraction that was full of sharks. Frightened guests saw him splashing about while these giant beasts swam around beneath him, and security guards were soon on the scene. They told him to leave, but just as it looked as if he was about to do as he was asked, he did a backflip into the water and swam around for a few more minutes before leaving for good.
And everybody cheering and shit like this is ridiculous, bro. Like, be one with the fish ass nigga. Like, I don't get it. Like, everybody, like, first of all, you didn't do a backflip. He's talking about you gonna do a backflip, nigga. You didn't do a backflip. You just did a backwards half dive.
You did
nigga.
an arc.
You know, I don't
You
know.
did an
I don't
arc.
even know what the fuck to call it. Like,
This nigga did an art, nigga. Bro, why would you?
but listen,
He said he did a backflip. Nigga did nowhere near a backflip.
nowhere near.
This is the most uncoordinated flip you will ever get out of this man.
That's the best you gonna
That's the
get.
best.
That's the best you get. And then people in the background cheering.
More minutes before leaving for good. According to the aquarium, their policy is not to detain guests who are willingly leaving the building. But he was soon picked up by police who have linked him to another crime that had been committed earlier in the evening.
So he
The
committed
fact
a
you
crime
would've-
earlier, and then they said, "I'm about to go to the aquarium and take me a nice little swim."
I'm gonna go take a swim.
I know I'm fucked. I'm screwed.
I know I'm screwed after this. I know I'm going down. I might as well just go live my best.
That part.
I'm gonna go live my best life right now. Fuck this. And went to go to the aquarium to go swim with some sharks. And then, let's say if you didn't even commit that crime, you just said, forget about it. I'm just gonna go to the aquarium and go swim with some sharks today. Forget about it. You about to be let go. But the fact that you got caught up for another crime within that same day, bro, how dumb can you possibly be?
Number 12. Up close with a panda. Bears are notoriously dangerous animals, and usually are much larger than people, with sharp claws
Notoriously.
and ferocious temperaments. Panda bears, however, are surprisingly small and appear to be quite docile, which is probably why people tend to think they're much safer to be around. That's not necessarily
They're
the
still a
case.
bear.
Why would you
They're still a
think
bear.
that?
They're
Right.
still a bear.
Why?
A bear is a bear. A duck is a duck. A dog is a dog.
Found out in 2016. The man identified as Chen had seen the panda called Mei Ling asleep in his enclosure.
Come on, Chen.
He
Leave
decided
Mei
to
Ling
let himself
alone.
get a closer look at the animal.
Man, Lane just trying to
His
sleep.
enclosure. So he decided to lower himself to get a closer look at the animal. He walked from the exhibit
Hey,
and
not
waved
at
at
all.
Mei Ling, but failed to get a response. He decided to get even closer and touch the bear. And it was at this point that it woke up. The bear then proceeded to wrestle the man in an attempt to protect itself. He was
Dog.
clearly overwhelmed by
Look
how
at this.
powerful it proved to be. The man
It's a freaking panda bear. You're surprised how powerful this panda bear is. It's a whole animal using all its force to protect itself because you want to come up in here and want to fuck with it while I'm sleeping.
Any human being will want to whoop your ass when you're waking their ass up. Nigga, like...
You don't think an animal ain't gonna want to do the same? Now look at you.
Escaped the enclosure and after a medical examination was found to be uninjured.
You lucky he was
To do
uninjured.
this in the first place, police said he had visited the zoo with 2 female companions and was simply trying to show them how brave he was.
Simply another day of a man trying to
show out
in front of some females. Another day.
Was your life worth it?
Was it worth it?
I
Was
hope
it worth it?
it.
Oh my God, you were so. Oh my God, you were so brave. You fought a panda bear. Now they got something to say and talk about now, huh? Yo, stupid ass.
Child in a gorilla enclosure.
Dog, what is a child doing in a gorilla
enclosure?
enclosure?
Between keeping the animals safely inside their enclosures while letting visitors get close enough to see them. On occasions, this has led to some frightening situations. One of the most famous took place in August of 1986.
God
during
damn!
a wildlife park on the island of Jersey in the Channel Islands. A young boy managed to find himself inside the gorilla enclosure. 5-year-old Levin Merritt had been playing and climbing on a wall above the enclosure while his parents were looking elsewhere. He slipped and fell onto the concrete floor, and in the process was knocked unconscious.
Yeah, you look like you was knocked out.
Dog, like
You look like you
this-
was knocked out.
We're looking elsewhere.
Parents is just not paying attention. Like, what the fuck?
And in the process
Simple.
was knocked unconscious. Crowds
Do you
gasped
see
as
this
Jambo
motherfucker's, like, arm? Like, this motherfucker arm is just as big as probably me.
this boy is unconscious
In a whole...
in a whole gorilla habitat. My dude, like, good parenting.
Good parenting.
Good parenting. I see why nowadays y'all gotta put y'all kids on the leash, cause y'all don't know how to keep an eye on these motherfuckers, man. Like, you at the zoo, you should be locked in, holding hands with your kid, telling your kid stay in front of me so I can see you, cause we here. Don't be on the side of me. Don't be behind me.
Don't
None
get
of
close
that.
to the rail.
Don't get close to the railing. None of that. You can see with your good 2 eyes from right where we at. You already know damn well we can't touch them. We can't pet them. We can't take them home as a pet. No. This is what you get. This is what we getting. Enjoy it. Don't be. Come on, man. And then the parents, come on. Look out for your kids.
Instead of attacking like everyone expected, he stood over the boy to protect him from other gorillas in the enclosure. Jambo had never seen a human child up close like this before. His
Bro,
protective
this kid, look how this kid is.
It's gone, man. Knocked out. That kid knocked
down.
out.
One
Kid
of the
knocked
gorillas
out.
was back to try to make sure he was okay. When Merritt awoke and cried out for help, the gorillas all backed off, so a paramedic and zookeepers could enter and rescue them.
Shout out to the
Needless to say,
gorilla.
the owners of the zoo installed new safety perimeters so this couldn't happen again.
I
If
bet they
someone's
did.
intent on entering an enclosure that contains
First of all, the ball gonna be like, how did this happen?
Parents wasn't paying attention. Simple as that. Simple as that.
And like if a 5-year-old can get over this gate, we need to do a better job. This wall, whatever we got built over there, we need to do a better job. Because this 5-year-old was able to get over here.
Thank God
And,
the kid.
and thank God the kid didn't die. The kid just was unconscious. Like,
hit the floor hard.
just animals, there's very little anyone can do to stop them.
and this gorilla just over here looking like, y'all back about.
Zoos install safety barriers and warnings to prevent people from coming face to face with the dangerous animals that they have on show. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to combat stupid. It's something that's never been clearer than what happened at the Berlin Zoo in 2009, when a woman decided to take her life into her own hands, going for a swim in the polar bear enclosure.
You know how cold that water is?
Keepers were in around the area about 2 pieces of meat in for the bears. For some reason, the 32-year-old thought that this was the opportune moment to leap over a fence, a line of prickly hedges, and a wall to reach the water. She swam directly towards the
Oh!
was excited as she did so, but she soon realized her mistake. One of the bears bit her a number of times on her arm.
Look how goofy you just look. Like,
Back and lower a rope to pull her free. Just as she appeared to be safe, she fell from the harness back into the water.
because you panicking.
Approach her.
He said not to panic. He said not to panic. He said not to panic.
Yeah, they gotta drag you up with dead weight. Like,
On the second
look at
attempt, she was
this.
lifted to safety.
You over here panicking. kicking, which is why your goofy self fell back in the water. Look at this. You kicking this shit?
And the bears begin to approach her again.
What'd he say?
He said not to panic. He said not to panic.
He said not to panic. Come on.
Back into the water.
You kicking in all type of shit, and then you realize now you gotta be their way.
It was never clear why she did this, but after weeks in the hospital,
She wanted to be
recover
cool,
her injuries,
go viral.
it's unlikely she'll be in too much of a hurry to do it again. Number 9, don't leave your car. Drive-through safari parks are popular visitor attractions around the
Man,
world. You're probably all too aware of the
I
risks
would
and
agree. Like,
risks
even though that's dangerous, it is dope though.
mischievous monkeys.
Because they do get close. You hit that gas, but sometimes they do get that. They get a little hit on the car.
One of the most
Man,
obvious safety precautions
that
in
shit
places
is
like
dope.
these is that you should stay inside your car at all
you
times.
ain't gotta tell me twice. I would
French
never,
families
ever,
seemingly
ever.
miss this piece of
All
advice
hands and
on
feet will be
visiting
inside the
pigs.
vehicle.
And then you got your little girl out. Now, if something happened, I just hope that you can pick up your little girl in time so that nothing bad happens, because this is not smart at all. This is just not smart. Why are you getting out the car?
Get a closer look at the cheetahs. The cats suddenly leap up when they spot the
Oh,
stupid
Bob.
guests and begin to prowl around them to plan their attack. The family are surrounded by the cheetahs and realize the danger they put themselves in, and were able to run back to the safety of their car.
Yo, this
While
whole
they
cat.
the danger all around them to plan their attack. They leap up when they spot the stupid guests.
Yo,
Prowl around them to
I see you. Don't run, nigga. I see you.
when they spot the stupid guests and begin to prowl
Yeah,
around
when they
them
spot
to
the
plan
stupid
their attack.
guess.
The family are surrounded by the cheetahs and realize
Look
the
at
danger
this.
they
Look
put
at this.
themselves
Look at
in,
this.
and were able to run back to the safety of their car.
You
before
got
the
lucky.
The safari park owner said they were extremely lucky to have made it out alive.
What?
Guests are told in several languages.
This whole cheetah ran up on you and your baby. You was about to be fooled.
You and your baby.
You was about to be fooled. Appetizer the baby, you gonna be the main course.
Lucky to have made it out alive. And even though guests are told in several languages that they must stay in their vehicles,
Several
they still
languages.
feel each
Get
year
your
to
ass
take
in
a
the car.
risk like this.
That cheetah
We're
is not
constantly
playing.
adding more people to the Top 5's production
That
team
mug
to bring.
is not
Despite the
playing.
best efforts by zookeepers and most owners, throwing snowballs.
Throwing snowballs.
Despite the best efforts by zookeepers and most owners, there's no escaping the fact that containing animals within artificial enclosures is inherently unfair to the creatures. It's no substitute for the lives they would have had in the wild. Quite often, they'll sit around without much to do. Things are only made worse when idiotic guests decide to try to encourage them to do something.
Exactly.
This footage was recorded at the lion enclosure at Amsterdam Zoo. The stunning cats are minding their own business when a group of visitors begins throwing snowballs at them. Unsurprisingly, this riles the lions, who leap up into an aggressive posture. Not just because they're being tormented, but because snow isn't exactly something they're used to coming into contact with. And they realize there's nothing they can do to prevent it.
Y'all some assholes.
Straight assholes, for real.
Y'all just assholes. Like, why would you do that?
Because you know you protected by this wall.
Aggressive posture.
Just like with social media, you gonna talk all this shit because you're protected by that
Snow isn't exactly
motherfucking
something
screen.
they're used to coming into contact with. When they
Punks.
realize there's nothing they can do to
Punk, man,
prevent
you a
attack,
punk.
the lions start to huddle together to protect each other. It's a horrific example of how stupid people can be when visiting a zoo, and is definitely not appropriate behavior.
Like, just don't know how to act in public. Simple as that.
A Jaguar
The
Attack.
advent of Instagram and the fact that we all now have powerful cameras on our smartphones, it's rare to go anywhere without seeing someone taking a selfie. Sometimes the quest for the perfect image can put you in danger. In March of 2019, a visitor to the Wildlife World Zoo in Arizona learned this the hard way after jumping over a protective barrier to take a photo of herself with a jaguar in the background. There was still a fence between her and the animal, which she stupidly believed would mean she was safe. But the big cat had other ideas. As she turned her back on it, it swiped its paw through the gap in the fence, slashed her arm, leaving huge gashes. Onlookers helped to distract the jaguar to make it let go of her, but by that time the damage had been done.
That's what your goofy self get.
They had to distract the
That is
Jaguar.
what you get. Trying to be cool.
They had to distract the
It's not
Jaguar.
enough for y'all to just be right there enough to just be right there to take the photo right there in front of Jack. You gotta be that close, huh?
Was rushed to the hospital to be
While you
treated.
looking goofy like that,
Zoo
you
sent
on the
a crash to
floor.
her family for her quick recovery. The owner said in an interview that there's no way to fix people going over barriers if they don't realize that they're there for a reason.
They're there for a reason.
Now,
you
if you
can't
go
help the
over
fact
there-
that people want to be stupid and want to go over railings and want to throw snowballs and want to take selfies and want to go retrieve a hat, wherever the case may be. You can't help the fact they want to be on that type of stupidity level in their mind and want to go do stuff like that. Like at this point, it can't be the zoo's fault. People, especially grown people, we like the kid was like is understandable. It's a kid at a zoo. The kid gonna want to act like a kid and want to go probably touch one of these motherfuckers. Now it's the parents' job to make sure that don't happen. But you saw what happened. But a lot of these are just adults, and I think you adults know common sense when y'all go to a zoo to not go over these barriers, these walls, wherever they got caged up for these wild animals. Luckily, half of these motherfuckers that we seen are trained, cause these would have been meals.
Every video would have been
Every
video.
I'm trying to tell you.
Number 6. Throwing rocks. Pandas are notoriously lazy creatures. And if you ever see one in a zoo, the chances are it won't be moving around much. It'll spend most of its time sitting in one position.
We went from throwing snowballs, now we throwing rocks.
Guests, however, and some decide to take things into their own hands to make things more interesting. In this footage, which was recorded in Beijing Zoo in 2019, instead of shouting at the bear, which would have been bad enough, 2 guests started pelting the panda with rocks to try to wake it up. According to the person who filmed it, the first person threw smaller rocks. The second person, who was not caught on camera, threw larger pieces over the space of 30 minutes. Fortunately, on this occasion, the panda wasn't injured at all and continued on with its usual daily routine. But there was no way the culprits could have known that that would be the case. By the time the zoo found out about it, it was too late to track them down and punish them. But anyone caught doing something like this is rightfully charged and imprisoned for animal cruelty.
Duh. Nigga, with the snowball should have been got animal cruelty. I don't care if it was a snowball.
Etching names on
Ever since humans have been able
How did you get that close?
etching names on rhinoceros. Ever since humans have been able to write, they've been obsessed with etching their names onto things. Graffiti has been found on Roman ruins and even older structures that prove this is true. Have you ever heard of someone carving their name into a living animal? That's what an idiotic couple decided to do in 2019 at the La Palmer Zoo in southwestern France. Officials noticed something unusual about one of the rhino's backs. Upon closer inspection, found the names of Camille and Julia have been scratched.
You put your name on the rhino. You put your name on the rhino.
Like, did you think you wasn't gonna get caught? Did you think you was gonna just slide with this? This was just not gonna ever be heard of again? You put your whole name on a whole
What
animal.
make you think that like the zookeeper were not gonna see this shit?
I don't know where y'all brains is at sometimes. I just
Going
don't.
to the zoo. Like, this is going to the zoo. This is simply just going to the zoo. Seeing animals and what they do. Learn about it.
And y'all had the nerve to jump up into a pit of rhinos
And carve
and
your
get
name.
that close to carve y'all name into it. Again, thank God y'all came out alive. Cause
A lot of y'all, man, needed
y'all needed to be hit by one of these animals.
injury.
It's just stupidity. Like, why?
Like, every one of these should have been an injury. Every one of them should have been something where it's like you deserve it. Because
The only one that gets a pass was the kid.
the only
That's the
one,
kid.
yeah, for real, that's the only one that's
And the
gonna pass.
parents, y'all need to do better. Because after that day, y'all probably will be like traumatized about taking your kid to the zoo again. Your kid gonna want to go back though.
You gonna police your kid so tough that your kid gonna be mad at you because it was your fault for not keeping an eye out on him because he was at the zoo.
On me. Well, sorry about that, people.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, we need to do better. We need to do better.
Gotta do better, people.
We're gonna end it right there though, man. Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
1, 2,
man.
3 step. Don't forget about it. Twiinz, we up out of here.